We've had a report.
Here, in the kitchen on the left.
And you are?
Sandra Hewlett. He's dead.
Right, just stay back there, please, Sandra. And this gentleman is?
My husband, Kevin Hewlett.
Was an ambulance notified when you called?
Yes, they said they'd send one.
I'll just make sure of that. There's a faint pulse and breathing. Your husband's still alive, Mrs. Hewlett. Sarah Oscar from 358. Black no sugar, Sandra.
Magic, thanks. I don't even know your name. Can't say thanks, Constable.
It's Gary. Gary McCann.
Nice name.
Sandra Hewlett.
Sandra, this is...
Mickey Webb, Sandra. Detective Constable Chanel, CID.
Hi.
I'm part of the team investigating the assault on your husband. Sorry to intrude at such a difficult time, but, well, if you can help us now, we've got more chance of making progress. Oh, you can be off now, mate. They'll be needing bodies for house-to-house inquiries.
I'll just check with the skipper, shall I?
Yeah, you do that. Sit down, Sandra. So how's your husband?
Well, they said they'd stabilised him and now he's having an emergency operation.
He hasn't regained consciousness? Well, I'm sure they're doing everything they can. Yeah. Tell me what happened earlier.
So the man you saw was 25 to 30, white, dark, short hair, medium build.
Yeah, he wasn't doing any harm or anything. I just didn't recognise him from around here.
Mom! And what was he wearing, Elaine?
T-shirt, white, no slogans or designs in it or anything.
Jeans? Oh, just the T-shirt on top, though?
Yeah.
The man who saw leaving the house, he said he had a hooded top, jeans and trainers.
I know it's not much help, but I only saw the back of him for half a second.
Well, that's a start. What about the trainers? Would you recognise the brand?
Oh, come on, I don't know anything about trainers. I'm a bit past all that.
Oh, I don't know. Anyway, you don't have to recognise the different brands. We've got sets of pictures.
Sandra, I can't believe this. I'm so sorry. Are you all right?
I'm fine.
How is he?
They're operating now, Paul. This is Detective Constable Webb. This is Paul Whitlow, Kevin's boss.
Well, actually, I'm here as a friend. We all go back a long way. If there's anything I can do...
I'm sure we'll be talking to you in due course, Mr. Whitlow.
Yeah, well, as I say, anything at all I can do. But you've got to get cleaned up, Sandra.
I can't leave here until I know what's happening with Kevin.
No, well, I mean, I could fetch a change of clothes.
Actually, Sandra's clothes will be required for forensic examination.
Why?
Well, we need to establish exactly how and why the bloodstains got there.
Oh, well, that's obvious. She found him, didn't she?
Well, the work still has to be done.
Sandra's not a suspect.
As far as anyone else knows, I was home alone with Kevin. Of course I'm a suspect, Paul.
No one's accusing Sandra of anything. We just have to cover all the angles, that's all.
Oh, here he is now. Duncan, have you got a minute? Mrs. Ryan, thought you might like a word.
Hiya, I'm DC Duncan Lennox, Sunhill CID. Did you see something that might help us, Mrs. Ryan?
Better come in.
The operation went very well, Mrs. Hewlett, but your husband is heavily sedated, so there's no real prospect of his regaining consciousness for some time yet.
But you expect him to?
We really just have to wait and see.
So, for the moment, I might as well go home.
Yes,
You'll contact me as soon as there's any news.
of course.
Do you want to stay at her place?
No, I'd rather go home.
I'll run you back then.
I'll go with Mickey, thanks, Paul.
Well, I've got to go to Sandra's anyway, Mr. Whitlow.
Yeah, all right then. If there is anything I can do, I'll ring you later.
Thanks, Paul.
Of course, I wouldn't want to do anybody down.
No, of course not.
But the walls are paper thin in these places. They're more like flats lying down than proper houses.
So you hear things?
You can't avoid it.
Thank you. What sort of things do you hear?
Rouse, shouting, bangs, crashes, like crockery being heaved against the wall.
And this is all on the Hewlett side, yeah?
Yeah, and you see them out and it's all smiles like they're going to be photographed for a magazine. Especially her.
Sandra Hewlett.
Yeah. She fronts up like Lady Muck. Pats me on the head as if I'm one of the peasants.
So do they always get on like that?
No, it's got worse the last few months.
Chris, any progress on that GBH?
No, our problem is we haven't got a suspect. We haven't got a half-decent description.
So apart from the wife, nobody saw the man getting away?
We've got one possible witness who saw a man leaving the area around the right time, sir.
So, okay.
But the man she saw wasn't dressed in quite the same way as Sergeant Hewlett's description.
Now, what we're thinking is that the hooded top she said she saw him wearing would have been covered in blood, so as soon as he got outside, he'd have whipped it off and dumped it somewhere.
But we haven't got hold of it?
Not yet, we're still looking.
So would forensic be of any use at the moment?
Well, there was nothing obvious at the scene, and the scene examiner couldn't find any usable prints.
What about aggravated burglars, active locally?
There's a couple of bad boys who'd have fitted the frame, but they're away currently.
And we didn't find a weapon at the scene?
No, sir.
At St Hughes, they described the injury as blunt trauma. Basically, it was whacked with something solid and heavy.
Does this smell to you an opportunist burglar?
Could give him an open mind. Could be anything. Work, domestic.
His boss turned up at the hospital, Paul Whitlow.
Yeah, I want him interviewed.
I'll do that.
So what about the domestic situation?
Couple of dinkies, dual income, no kids, so they're quite well heeled. She's in marketing, he's an insurance broker. Seems cosy enough.
But maybe not. We've got a neighbour who overheard arguments, especially over the last few months.
Violence?
Not as yet, but there's been things thrown around.
Well, that's not the impression Sandra gave me.
No, but the neighbour says she fronts it up a lot.
So he's saying the wife's in the frame?
Well, I have to say, if it is Sandra, the way she's been acting since, she'd have to be one seriously cool customer.
OK, so I've got details about you and your business, Mr Whitlow. Oh, and by the way, where were you when the incident happened?
Here. No, hang on. I would have been in the car on the way to a meeting.
Whereabouts?
Canley Road.
Just a short journey then, eh?
Yep. Insurance company area marketing seminar.
OK. And just so as we know, Kevin Hewitt works for you.
Kevin's a friend, that's the point. OK, on the heady notepaper, I'm the boss, but we're more like partners, really. I'm gutted about this.
Yeah, I'm sure.
There's no news, I suppose, still about his condition?
I'm afraid not. So how long has Kevin worked with you?
Oh, what, about 10 years?
And has he had any problems connected with work?
Problems?
Or did he fall out with anyone? Another member of staff, maybe?
Kevin? No, you couldn't fall out with Kevin. He's a pussycat, lovely fella.
Did any employees leave with a grudge?
No, I don't understand this. I don't see the point.
Someone put him in hospital. And from the ferocity of the attack, they might have been trying to kill him.
Mickey Webb, Sandra, CID.
Mickey, come in.
I don't want to intrude,
You're not.
Just on my way home, I thought I'd pop in and see how you was doing. I should have called first, but bit of a spur of the moment thing.
Thanks, I really appreciate it. I've just been winding myself up here.
Have you got anyone you can stay with? Friend or family?
No, I want to be here.
Well, maybe someone could come round.
Someone just did. Drink? Or isn't that allowed?
No, I'm off duty. Cheers.
Come up to the lounge.
Any word about Kevin?
No.
God, you really must be going through it. Sorry.
You want to know the worst part?
Go on.
Guilt.
What do you mean? Cheers.
I gave you the wrong idea when we talked at the hospital. Kevin and I weren't making any great plans for the future. We've been having almighty rows. Gone on for months. Do you want to take a seat?
What about? Sorry, that was none of my business.
No, it's okay. Kevin's standing still, career-wise, and I'm moving on. If I do something, I give it 100%. I stay till the job's done, I work weekends, I travel. Kevin can't hack that.
Did you split up?
Well, we were hardly talking. What I'm saying, Mickey, is I've wished Kevin out of my life. And then this happened. That's what I mean about guilt.
Hey, look, I know what you mean. But it's the person responsible for this who should cop the guilt, not you.
I should have said all this earlier, Mickey. I've been really stupid. You're going to have to report me, aren't you? And it's going to make me look as if I've been misleading the inquiry.
Well, actually, we did know that there were problems between you and Kevin. So you'd be doing yourself a favour by sticking this on a record off your own bat.
Oh, thanks, Mickey. You've been really great. I don't know what I would have done.
Hey. So,
Is the victim still unconscious?
Yeah.
Well, it looks like he may never be able to help us. I'm thinking of going public on this.
An appeal for information?
Yeah, get Sandra Hewlett in front of the cameras. Tug the heartstrings. Think she'll be up to it?
Get Mickey Webb to put it to her. He's the one who's been dealing with her.
thanks, Sandra.
I'm sorry about yesterday evening. I was coming apart.
No, not at all.
But thanks for letting me lay some of it on you. I owe you one.
Well, actually, there is something you can do for us. For the sake of the inquiry, that is.
What?
The governors want to organise a public appeal. Like a press conference, you know? The idea is to jog people's memories. So if there is anyone who saw the suspect leaving the area, they'll come forward and give a fuller description.
I know the sort of thing you mean.
Somebody out there knows the suspect. Friend, family. Maybe they've been covering for him. If we can show them the consequences of the crime, maybe they'll come forward.
Consequences?
What it's meant to you. What you've been through.
I have to take part in this.
No one can make you, Sandra. But you'd be the most powerful card we could play.
When would this happen?
As soon as possible. Today, if we can jack it up. So it at this evening's papers, TV, local radio news.
And what would your governors think if I bottle out of it? I suppose that'd be a sign of guilt.
Not at all.
So, have you worked with this press officer before?
I've not actually worked with her, no. I met her on a media course I was on. She's very professional.
Oh, yeah?
No, really, Garfield. You'll like her. She's very good. She'll do a good job for us.
Well, that's what matters. You'll let her know that I'm at her disposal, won't you?
Garfield.
To front the appeal.
Well, I assumed David did it.
No, I think it needs somebody with a bit more gravitas. You know, the sense that the top man is putting his weight behind it.
I've been on a course.
We've all been on courses, Chris.
Right, well, I'll let Jane know you're available. I'm sure she'll have her own views about the best way forward.
Yeah, and I think she should meet the investigating team. Then she can see what she's working with.
Right, yes.
When I find out what time the appeal is, I'll come and get you. You gonna be all right?
Yeah, I've got a few things to sort out at home and then I'll go to the hospital.
What's up?
Paul Whitlow.
Thought you might like these, just to cheer you up.
Oh, thanks, Paul. Sweet of you.
How are you?
I'm fine.
Any news about Kevin?
No, I'll be going to the hospital a bit later.
Let me know, will you?
Of course.
What about the investigation?
They want me to do a press conference. Ask for information.
Right. Well, if you really feel up to it, Sandra, I mean, you've been under a hell of a lot of stress. Do you think this is a good idea?
Yeah. We think it'll be a big help to the investigation.
Oh, yeah, of course, of course. Well, all I was going to say was, if Sandra really doesn't feel up to it, I'd be happy to do the business.
No, it's good of you to offer, Paul, but I think it's down to me. I can cope.
Good, good. Well, I've really got to be off. Ring me if there's anything I can do.
Of course. Thank you.
He seems keen to make himself useful.
Well, Paul doesn't mess about. Whatever he does, it's full throttle. See you later.
See you.
So we've got the TV coming as well as the press.
That is what you want?
Oh, absolutely. Just makes it even more important that we have the right man up front.
It will be me up front, actually.
Oh, of course, you'll be the anchor. I meant the right man from Sun Hill, someone with media skills.
I thought you were doing it.
Well, I'd be the obvious choice, yeah, but my governor, Jack Meadows, has got a whiff of the grease paint. I'm sure you could let him down gently if you put the right spin on it.
You wouldn't be right.
Jack Meadows is the salt of the earth. I mean, I'd climb trees for him, but... Look, I'm not prejudiced, but he is northern, bless him. Yeah, he's a bit dour, he hasn't got much sparkle. And it's a London target audience that we're addressing here, Jane, and they want somebody who speaks their language, a cheeky chappie. I look what happened with Ken and Dobbo.
But the point of the exercise is to get a message across. We're not laying on ego trips.
Couldn't agree more. And I know I can trust you to get the job done properly by the right man for the job.
You spoke to Paul Whitlock? Yeah. I keep tripping over him in this investigation. He seems a bit too keen to work, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you're saying. Some people are like that when they get close to a major inquiry.
So where was he when Kevin Hewlett was attacked?
10 minutes before the assault, he left his office to drive to a meeting in Canley Road.
So he could have stopped off at the Hewlett's house on the way?
Nah, he got to the meeting on time. And it's a good 20-25-minute drive, depending on how the traffic is, you know.
Whitlow's office to Canley Road? I could do that in 15 minutes if I was pushed.
I doubt it.
Well, let's stop talking about it and drive it with a stopwatch, then, eh?
OK. But have you got a motive for Whitlow?
Nah.
Me neither. And if there was a slim window of opportunity, well, that would mean Sandra was being the frame as well.
She said she only seen the bloke from the back with his hood up.
Come on, Mickey. These people have known each other for years. If Whitlow was there, you tell me she wouldn't know?
We'll show artists' impressions of the man seen leaving the house.
Don't forget the guy with the white T-shirt in the street.
Well, is he a suspect as well?
Well, let's just say at this stage he's a possible witness. This is Jane Stanley, press officer. Duncan Lennox, Mickey Webb, two of our DCs on the team.
Sure.
Nice to meet you, Jane.
Mickey, Duncan, please sit down. Right then, let's cut to the chase. Sandra Hewlett, how's she going to come across?
Mickey.
Well, we're talking about a woman who's under a lot of pressure, but she's strong, intelligent, articulate. She's used to situations where she has to speak in public. She'd do a good job for us. She's not going to fall apart.
Can I say something?
Yeah, sure. Go on, then.
Mickey, I know you've dealt with a woman, so I might be speaking out of turn here, but we're looking for public sympathy. And I don't think the public will identify with someone who's in so much control, especially while her husband's still in life support.
So you're saying she could come across a bit cold, unfeeling?
Well, that's a bit unfair, isn't it? I mean, people handle things differently.
Sure, but that's not the issue. It's public perception. Are we going to get the response we want from the punters?
Well, I think we should put her up, because I'd like to see how she reacts under pressure. Whatever the public think of her.
Could be a useful investigative tool.
Now, wait just a minute. Is Sandra Hewlett a suspect? Because if she is, it's policy not to use her in a public appeal. Look, there have been high-profile cases where we've done this before, and there is a danger that the public are becoming cynical.
No. Look, Jane, she's not a suspect. Don't run away with that idea.
It's just at this early in an inquiry, we can't absolutely rule anybody out.
To be quite frank, Jane, there is a danger of the trail going cold, so we're quite sincere in wanting Sandra's help to get information from the public.
I have to rely on your assurance about this.
Now then, Jane, I suppose Chris has told you that I'm making myself available to front the presentation on behalf of the investigating team.
Yes, he has.
And I take it you've got no objection to that. So if you want to brief me on anything, you know, I've actually got some spare shirts and ties in the office if you don't think this is any use. But don't be shy, you know, I'm not too old to learn new tricks.
Actually, Mr. Meadows, on this particular occasion, I'd like us to try a slightly different angle.
Oh, yeah?
Well, there seems to be a question mark over the amount of empathy the victim's wife is going to generate. So, I think that we need to play to what strengths we have on the police side. Now, focus group research suggests that the public responds differently to various regional accents, and the general consensus seems to be that the Scottish voice is perceived as trustworthy, as long as it's nicely pitched and clearly articulated. So, I'd like Duncan to do it for us, if he's up for it.
Duncan?
Yeah, well, I'll give it a go for the sake of the inquiry. Only if it's okay with everyone else.
Excellent. Right, I'll see you at Scotland Yard later.
So where's Lennox?
Must be putting on his frock.
I thought you had some influence over this woman.
So did I.
I mean, Lennox. What's he got going for him?
Must have a big set of bagpipes.
Ladies and gentlemen of the press, on behalf of the Metropolitan Police, I would like to welcome you to this press conference. Background and graphic materials can be found in your press packs. Detective Constable Duncan Lennox of Sunhill CID will give you details of this case.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome.
Well, come on, Duncan, get on with it.
Big Scotch fair.
Yesterday morning at approximately 11 o'clock, Kevin Hewlett, a 38-year-old businessman, suffered a serious assault in his kitchen of his own home. A man was seen leaving the scene of the assault by Kevin Hewlett's wife, Sandra. The man was wearing jeans and a hooded top with the hood up. We believe the man's clothes may have been blood-stained. If you think you know this man, or if you know someone trying to clean or dispose of clothing like this, it is very important that you contact us.
There'll be an opportunity to talk to DC Lennox one-to-one later. We have with us Sandra Hewlett, the wife of the victim in this case. Sandra would like to make a personal appeal to the public.
My husband, Kevin, is in hospital, fighting for his life. This attack happened in broad daylight, in our home. My world has been torn apart by the events of the last 2 days. And I can only hope and pray that it will be restored by Kevin's rapid and complete recovery. Someone out there knows who did this. Anyone with information should contact the police so that justice can be done for Kevin and so that another family will not have to face the horror that we have been put through, or even worse. Thank you.
Why do I feel like applauding?
I've just seen a performance.
Thank you, Sandra. Please, if you could bear with us while we make arrangements for one-to-one interviews with DC Lennox and with Sandra Hewlett.
Thank you.
How do you feel about the person responsible for this attack?
You'll ring me if there's any changes.
I think he's very sick.
All right then, I'll be in the morning.
Dangerous, and we'll all
Bye.
be a lot safer when he's behind bars.
Sandra, can you tell us what your feelings were when you discovered your husband lying?
Turn it off, Mickey.
Can't really talk about feelings at a time like that.
You feeling better?
Cleaner anyway.
No, it's...
So, did I do the business? Tug at the heartstrings?
You did what was necessary.
I think I just convinced the viewing public that I'm a hard-faced bitch.
No, not at all.
Your governors, what'd they make of it?
Everyone thought it went well.
Didn't put me out of the frame, though, did it? I'm sorry, Mickey. I'm out of order asking things like that. Thanks for your help today.
All part of the job?
That all?
Well, some parts of the job are more worthwhile than others, I suppose.
I appreciate the support and the company, but you mustn't let me keep you if you're expected home.
I'm in CID, Sandra. I'm never expected home.
This isn't a runner, Duncan. Whitlow's got to get here and make his meeting with Wilson on time. He'd be cutting things ridiculously fine. And what's his motive?
Well, I can't see any connected to the business.
Right. He's got to get in there, whack Kevin. Give him 3 minutes for that. I mean, this is cobblers, isn't it? It means that Whitlow's got to arrive here exactly the same time as the Hewletts get home.
Sure.
Is that Mickey Webb's car?
I can't really tell in this light, Gov.
Don't come the old soldier with me, Duncan.
Well, he was tasked to take Sandra back on his way home.
That was over an hour ago.
Yeah, but maybe...
All right, Duncan, say nothing. We shall be the two wise monkeys who neither speak evil or hear evil. Let's hope that Mickey's the third.
Shall I go?
Yes, briskly, please.
Goodness, I must look a mess.
Not from where I'm sitting.
Flannel.
Not at all.
It's nice of you to bother. Kevin and I stopped showing our appreciation a long time ago. I'll open another bottle if you like.
And if you're going to join me?
I think I've had enough, Mickey. It's not really hitting the spot.
Maybe I should be getting off. You get your head down, eh?
I'm not throwing you out, Mickey. We could both get our heads down.
There she is. Morning, Mickey.
We've got a result.
Yeah, Sandra Hewlett. This is James Fuller. He's a security guard. This is Mickey Webb, one of our colleagues. Do you mind running your story past him?
No, no. This is a tape from Consolidated Complex.
That's where Sandra's office is.
Yeah, I know.
I don't normally work there. I was just doing a shift for a mate of mine who's on holiday. So this is about 9 o'clock at night. There's still cars about, people working in the offices. So I'm watching the monitors, and I notice this car's moving, like rocking on its springs. So I zoom in, thinking someone's having a go at it, trying to break in or something. So then I realise there's people in the back having it off.
You can just make out the index number, Mickey.
It's Sandra's car.
So I thought if management clocks any of this, I'd get a rollicking. So I went out to have a word with them. So I bangs on the window, and this woman gets out and she gives me a right slagging off, saying I'm a creep and a pervert. I says, I'm just doing my job.
Do you know who the woman was?
Not at the time.
Mr. Fuller recognised her from the broadcast last night.
What about the man in the car with her?
No, I didn't get much of a look at him. He stayed in the car.
Well, would you know him if you see him again?
I don't think so, to be honest. One thing I am sure of, they showed a picture of her husband on the programme last night, and it definitely wasn't him.
You see that code in the bottom left-hand corner there, Mickey? That's the date. Exactly a week before Hewlett was attacked.
Yeah, I worked that one out, Gov.
Once again, thanks for getting in touch, James. You did absolutely the right thing.
Yeah, well, she was trying to pull a stroke, wasn't she? Do you reckon it was her that whacked the husband? I tell you, she's got a hell of a temper on her.
Well, at this stage, we don't know how relevant your information is to our inquiry. But we're very grateful all the same. We'll be in touch.
Cheers, then.
Oh, and James, you'll understand for the moment you'll keep to yourself what you've told us, yeah?
Yeah, right.
See you later.
See ya.
Bye-bye. What'd you make of that, Mickey?
Sandra's right. He's a pervert.
You could still be a key witness.
Yeah, well, going over the side ain't exactly a crime, is it?
Well, a lot of us have to be thankful for that. But in this case, if Sandra was involved, it could be a motive. Listen, Mickey. If you felt you had something you wanted to tell the governor, I suggest you get yours spoken first. Like before he has to ask you, do you know what I mean?
We're done. You've been around here longer than I have. The DI, is he a total Boy Scout when it comes to your malarkey, or is he someone you can talk to?
He's got a bit of history himself. He was busted down to DS for a while after he had a wee bit of a ding-dong with some senior officer's wife. And then there was a punch-up when the old man caught them at it.
Well, that's useful, isn't it?
We've got a job for you two.
Sir, can I have a word, a personal matter?
Not just now, Mickey. We've had another phone call as a result of the appeal. A woman called Carla Prentice is called up, saying she suspects her boyfriend of whacking Kevin Hewlett. Come.
Carla. DC Webb, this is DC Lennox, Sun Hill, CID.
You called the contact number, Carla. I guess you saw me on TV last night.
Yeah.
So what is it you got to tell us?
Day before yesterday, my boyfriend comes back to the flat.
What's his name, Carla?
Wayne Clark. He comes back to the flat and he's in a right state, like he's done something. He won't say nothing to me. Well, when he went out, though, he had a hoodie top on, like you said in your TV programme.
Oh, yeah?
Well, when he came back, he wasn't wearing it. He had it rolled up in his hand.
So what was he wearing?
T-shirt, white one.
And then what?
And then he goes in the kitchen, and I can hear, like, the tap running, and he's cursing and swearing. I think he was trying to wash it out, but he ain't no good at that sort of thing. And then he comes out, and he's got it in his hand, it's all dripping and everything. And he says to me, "What you looking at?" So I just carried on watching the telly. And he storms out the flat. And I went and had a look in the sink. And there was, like...
What was it?
blood, I suppose. In the water going down the aisle.
Where did he go after he left the flat?
I don't know. But he was back soon after. And there was loads of shouting because there was a fire in one of the big wheelie bins. Caretaker put it out.
What day do your bin men come, Carla?
Mondays, usually.
So they haven't emptied them yet, eh?
No.
This turns out to be kosher, Duncan. It means Sandra's been telling the truth.
No, it means she's telling some of the truth, so don't get too excited, Mickey.
Ugh. Duncan.
Things are looking up.
Wayne Clark. DC Webb, this is DC Lennox, Sun Hill, CID.
Yeah?
We want to talk to you about a serious assault which happened 2 days ago.
You are a tosser.
I realise my behaviour's been a bit inappropriate, Gov.
It is highly inappropriate to think with your plonker instead of your head.
Sorry.
Yeah, well, you will be if Jack Meadows finds out about it. Oh, don't worry. I'm not going to bubble it up to him. But if Sandra Hewlett starts playing up, you're on your own, sunshine.
But now we've got a suspect.
Now that we have a suspect, does not let Sandra, or you for that matter, off the hook. We can't assume that Wayne Clark was an opportunistic burglar because he was waving dosh about before the assault. And that could have come from a contract to kill Kevin Hewlett.
But there's nothing to connect Sandra with Clark.
Not yet. But she was in the back of that car with someone, wasn't she? And we'd all like to know who. Now, if I confronted Sandra with that tape, I think she'd just tough it out, don't you?
Yeah.
On the other hand, she thinks she's got you by the short and curlies. Maybe if we used your inappropriate relationship, we might get to the bottom of the matter.
Is that what you're telling me to do?
I'm not telling you to do anything, son. I'm interested if you get a result. But if it all goes pear-shaped, I never said a word. We do have a clear understanding about that, don't we?
Do you recognise this?
No comment.
Wayne, is this your sweatshirt?
Dunno.
Wayne, you should be aware that we will be conducting forensic tests on samples of this sweatshirt. If you've worn it, we'll find out. If these stains turn out to be blood stains, then the test should prove who they've come from. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, bearing that in mind, would you like to tell us what you were doing and where you were on the morning of the day before yesterday?
Got nothing to say to you.
Mickey?
We need to talk.
Well, what is it?
Inside.
Well, what is it? What's the
Inside.
matter?
Where you been?
At the hospital. Where else do I spend my time?
Yeah?
What's got into you?
I don't know where I am with you, Sandra. You're winding me up, aren't you?
Mickey?
Get off.
All right then, Mickey. What's your problem?
I stuck my neck out for you. I really wanted to help you.
You have helped me. I don't know how I would get through this without you.
Yeah? Well, the thing is, Sandra, you ain't playing straight with me, are you?
What do you mean?
You know exactly what I mean.
Is this something that's come up about the appeal? Information someone's come forward with?
I've said enough. Why don't you level with me, eh?
About what, Mickey?
Well, what do you think's got me so screwed up like this, eh? After everything that's happened between me and you. Search your conscience, Sandra. I mean, have you got any idea why I might be feeling like I've been used?
Is this about Paul Whitlow?
I want you to tell me.
Paul's been coming on to me for years. I used to treat it as a bit of a joke. But then there came a time when I realised that it had just stopped happening with Kevin. Maybe my fault, maybe his, who knows. And there was Paul, still keen. I can be a cold-blooded cow, Mickey. I thought, well, this'll have to do. Till a real man comes along. And then one did. But then I suppose I've screwed that up now, like everything else.
I'm on very rocky ground right now, Sandra. Just be honest with me. Is there anything else I should know about you and Whitlow and Kevin? No matter how bad it sounds, it's better if I know now.
I know what you're asking. There's nothing to say, Mickey. I'm sorry if you don't believe me.
I've got calls tonight.
Tell me something, Mickey. Who do I have to screw to get off the list of suspects?
Nearly £5,000, found in your flat when you were arrested. You working at the moment?
Bit of casual labouring.
So you can tell us who paid you the money?
No, I
That's
don't know.
not money from labouring, Wayne. That's a taster. Money up front for a different sort of job altogether, isn't it?
You tell me.
Well, I think that's money for a contract to kill Kevin Hewlett. Am I right?
Interview suspended, 11:46 p.m.
Deacon? Mickey? That is interesting. Good. We'll see if it can work the Oracle.
Interview resumed, 11:48.
I'm now showing the suspect exhibit KH12. Now, do you recognise anybody in that photo, Wayne?
Well, that's the bloke what got done. I seen his picture in the papers, and that's his wife.
Ever seen her before?
No, never seen her.
What about the other man?
For the benefit of the tape, the suspect shrugged his shoulders. Come on, Wayne. We want you to think about this very carefully. If there's any other people involved in this, do you want to carry the can all on your own?
If I talk to you, what's in it for me?
Well, if you really help us, the judge on your case will know about it and he'll bear it in mind when you're sentenced.
This guy, Paul Whitlow, he give me 10 grand to kill Kevin Hewlett. I got 5 up front.
And did you try and kill Kevin?
Yes.
That's really helpful, Wayne. Now, can you tell us more about the weapon?
I took a club hammer with me.
And where is that?
I dumped it in the canal.
Can you show us where?
Yes.
You're doing really well, Wayne. Now, did Whitlow tell you why he wanted Kevin killed?
He just said he was in his way.
Was anybody else present at these discussions?
No.
Was anybody else mentioned as also wanting Kevin out of the way?
No.
Well, I think that's it.
Interview terminated, 11:50.
You been in contact with Whitlow since the attack?
No.
Well, if you want to do yourself a really big favour, Wayne, I'll get in touch with Whitlow and ask the rest of your money. Off you go. That's it. Good luck.
Morning. What are you doing here? You better come through. Are you off your head? You owe me. You weren't supposed to come here. 5 grand. I'll need it now. I've done what you want and pay up. Well, actually, you were paid to kill him, and you didn't deliver.
Webb to Deakin. We got him.
OK, off you go then. Police. Mr. Paul Whitlow, I'm Detective Inspector Deakin from Sun Hill. I'm arresting you for conspiracy to murder. You do not have to say anything, but it may harm your defence if you do not mention when questioned something you later rely on in court. Anything you do say may be given in evidence. You hired Wayne Clark to kill Kevin Hewlett. Paul, think about what we got and then just answer the question.
Yes, I paid him to do it.
Why did you want Kevin out of the way?
For Sandra.
When you say for Sandra, do you mean she asked you to organise it?
No. I did it because I wanted Sandra and Kevin was in the way.
Why didn't she just leave, get a divorce?
He wouldn't have stood for that.
How could he stop it?
He'd have stopped it by destroying me and the business. Kevin had the black on me. We'd been running insurance scams with firms all over London. People who were going bust and wanted to torch their factories. People who wanted to make false burglary claims. We'd advise them on the best insurance cover and then guide them through making a plausible claim. Mugs get caught by being greedy.
You're not wrong there. So you're saying that Kevin would have gone down in order to take you with him?
To stop me getting Sandra, of course he would.
And did Sandra know what you had cooked up with Wayne Clark?
No.
Whether or not she knew the details, did Sandra suggest to you that her husband should be killed?
Absolutely not.
Did she agree to it, even if she didn't suggest it?
Sandra knew nothing about it.
Are you trying to protect Sandra, Paul, because you think she's going to be there for you when you get out?
You can't touch her.
I don't think she's the sort of girl to stand by her man, Paul. I think you're going to be disappointed.
That is not love which alters when it alteration finds. I know I'll be waiting.
DCI Meadows, on Hill. I'm looking for Sandra Hewlett. I believe she's here.
Yes, she's here, but she's with her husband.
Has he regained consciousness?
I'm afraid Mr. Hewlett died 15 minutes ago. She's with the body.
Well, I'm afraid I've still got to talk to her.
Would you like to wait in there?
Thank you. Do you tie up?
No. Whitlow's standing up for it and Kevin's brown bread. I can't see us getting much on Sandra.
Well, we'll bring her in under caution and see how she shapes up. Sandra, I have to tell you that Paul Whitlow and Wayne Clark have been charged with conspiracy to murder your husband.
Paul's a bloody idiot.
Well, he does seem very shocked by the news.
It was a possibility. I hoped it wasn't the case.
Did you know about Paul's intentions?
No.
Did you ever say to Paul that you wanted your husband killed?
Absolutely not.
Did you ever say to him, or anybody else for that matter, that you wanted your husband out of your life?
Yes, I probably did. It was true. But that's not an incitement to murder. It's an expression of a desire for a clean break. A non-messy divorce.
Well, someone might take it as an incitement.
Someone might. But that wouldn't be my responsibility. Quite frankly, if I'd wanted Kevin killed, I wouldn't have trusted Paul Whitlow with it, 'cause I'd expect him to make a mess of it. As he did.
We're still out in the Queen Vic, aren't
I hope so. Mickey.
I see Sandra's walked.
we? We can't touch her and she knows it.
Look, we got our results. 2 bodies in a bin. The drinks are on me. Well, first round anyway.
Cheers, Gov.
Hey, cheer up. We got our results. See you in the pub.
He's happy, I'm happy.
Do you think she was in on it?
You're the one with privileged access.
I don't know. Quite frankly, I don't want to believe it.
You're still thinking with your plonker. Yeah, I've got her down for it. But I'm not going to lose any sleep over something I can't prove.
Very wise, Gov.
But I could have lost a lot of sleep if this had gone pear-shaped because of you. That's your last free run, Mickey. You stay on side from now on.
Understood.